In the third stimulus package, there's a series of grants for businesses that are available for you. That $1,400 third stimulus package was passed by the Senate on Saturday. It will be signed into law by the president on Tuesday, and then the $1,400 stimulus checks will go out by the end of this week. But how about those business grants? Oh boy, they have very specific timelines about when they open and when they close. Who gets the money and who doesn't get the money. And if you don't pound soon enough, the money will be gone. It's not a time or place to hold that donut and say, when's it landing in my bank account? Because by the time you eat the donut, the money will be gone. This is Business Lunch on Lalate. And in this recording, I go over all the business money that's available for you under third stimulus and also right now from second stimulus. This is Noontime Lalate. How are you? One of the things that viewers of this channel understand is something called stimulus stampede. It's a phrase I first delivered on this channel. It refers to everything in the third stimulus package that happens after the stimulus check. Yeah, the stimulus check's going out this coming week. Done. But what you're going to hear everywhere else is there's all this money available. No, it's not, because by the time that other person tells you the fake narrative about it's out there, it's gone. On this channel and right in this recording, I'm going to show you the money that's available for you, show you the day it goes open, and show you the day you got to pounce. Unlike other places that want to tell you coming, going, coming, going. No, it's actually going to open and close very quickly, and you need to know the date to get it. All right, let's go over the details. There's a series of business grants in the third stimulus package, which I'm going to go over first, and then I'm going to go over the money that's available for you right now from second stimulus. In the third stimulus package, the biggest and most important deadline grant for businesses is the EIDL. And what I want you to understand is whenever I say to the word business, I'm referring to everyone from Grubhub, Airbnb, Postmates, anything like that. The single operator, the mom that drives the car at night, the plumber, the electrician. I'm not referring to corporate America. I'm not referring to that big conglomerate. I'm referring to the single operator often. So when does that EIDL open? You have to first know the day it becomes law. Why? Because the bill actually says it. The bill actually says count the days starting on when it becomes law. The EIDL grant will be reopened by SBA, counting the number of days after it becomes law. The first step is what's called the 14-day window. After it becomes law, SBA, within 14 days of this Tuesday, must open a window of new applications to come in. So let's say that again in a different way. Within 2 weeks of this coming Tuesday, SBA must reopen the EIDL grant again. It can do it on Wednesday, it can do it this coming Tuesday, or it can do it within 2 weeks of that day. When it opens, it's first come, first serve. Next, it will close within 14 days thereafter. So it opens within 14 days after it becomes law, and then closes within 14 days. This grants will start with people who are waiting for grants from the second stimulus first. Then there's everyone else, the viewers of this channel, the stimulus stampede. Beginning after 21 days after it becomes law is a 14-day window in which SBA can make $5,000 grants. Oh my goodness. Does that sound confusing? It is. Let me say it again slower. Within 28 days after it becomes law, so it can be the same day it becomes law, but it has to be less than 28 days. SBA will open a 2-week application window to receive requests from business owners who want a $5,000 grant. Now, you know exactly what I'm about to say. If the grant applications open, let's say this Friday, don't presume you can apply the following Monday. Don't presume you can apply the following Thursday. You apply the very first minute it opens. Because just because they open the program doesn't mean there's going to have money for 14 days. That's what the law doesn't tell you. And that's what I'm telling you. Who's in the room? There we are. There's Emo, and there's Carla, and there's Soldan, and there's Dee, and there's Linda. This is what's important to understand. The law says, the bill, which is becoming law on Tuesday, says within 28 days, open it and keep it open for 2 weeks. Great, you keep it open for 2 weeks, but it runs out of money in 48 hours. The law doesn't say what day it's going to run out of money. I'm telling you what day it's going to run out of money. The last time they did this, it ran out of money in 3 days. So how much risk do you like? You want to wait 2 weeks? No. I don't think you want to wait 2 hours. You want to pounce. You want to pounce as a purple hawk. Now, I got to tell you, I don't want to be shady. I don't want to be... But there are people out there that are making these videos today with the this and the that, and they're saying, oh, you're going to get all this money. They are not telling anyone anything except telling people, you're going to just go get that EIDL grant. It's going to be closed. Because the person didn't tell you when it opens, didn't tell you how quickly it closes, didn't tell you what day it opens. Again, they can open this program within 28 days after it becomes law. They can open it on Tuesday, they can open it on Wednesday, they can open it within 28 days. And they must close it within 14 days thereafter. But it can run out of money in 3 days. That's how it works. This is why you absolutely have to be a subscriber. Hit that subscribe on this channel. This is not the time and place for fake news, uninformed news, or half news. There's so much half news out there. Yesterday, I saw a thing on Twitter where a newspaper publication said 20 things you need to know about the stimulus package. I clicked on it. It had no information. I'm like, what is this? There's no information in here. This is information. You want a $5,000 grant? You do. You're an Uber, Lyft, Grubhub, Airbnb, Postmates, electrician. You want $5,000 free money. You certainly absolutely want it. You want to know what day you can get it. You want to know how you get it. And you want to know the eligibility. I'm going to tell you right now. Eligibility is if you have less than 10 employees. That's you. Of course it's you. The second one is you have a reduce of your income in the last year. You made less in 2020 than 2019. Thank you for the dancing pear from Angela. Of course you made less money in 2020 than 2019. That's an easy one. So you're going to qualify for it. And I got to tell you, everyone else is as well. There's going to be a stimulus stampede. So that EIDL grant, which will be underwritten and run by SBA.gov, D. Wade. Thank you for coming, a purple hawk. How are you, D. Wade? That EIDL grant will go live on SBA.gov. If you're a follower that likes to tweet me and send me DMs, you may see it 20 minutes before I see it that goes live. If you see it go live, send me a DM. Lalate, it just went live Tuesday afternoon. Okay, tell me, I'll send it to the viewers of this channel right away. That's how it works. That is the EIDL grant. $5,000 for new applicants. If you applied for the prior EIDL grant, you can get another one. And if you're waiting for your second stimulus EIDL grant, which I really don't know who that is, based upon the way the law is written, you'll get paid first before the other people. All right, let's turn to the restaurants. The restaurants, this is the first time you're hearing this in incredible detail, with the exception of Morning to LA Today. The restaurant grant will be written by SBA. So SBA will do this one as well, sba.gov. How much does it pay? It will pay the difference of your 2019 revenue minus your 2020 revenue per location, up to 20 locations per franchise, and up to, I think there's a max on something, for gross receipts of 500,000 or less. So if your gross receipts of 2019, so to be eligible, your 2019 gross receipts must be 500,000 or less. Basically, if you do $3 million of gross receipts in 2019, you're excluded from this, which is a surprise. We thought that more of the high-end restaurants might be eligible. No. So you take your 2020 gross receipts from and subtract it from your 2019 gross receipts. That is what you get. But your 2019 cannot be more than 500,000 per location. You can get up to $5 million per entity, or up to $5 million per location. I'm not quite sure how you get that if your gross receipts are capped and under this bill. It sounds a little contradictory. But here's what the money goes for: payroll, interest payments on mortgages, rental, utilities, maintenance, supplies, food and beverage expenses, covered supply costs, and operational expenses. Basically everything. Again, here comes another priority. Here comes a stimulus stampede information bit. During the first 21 days, SBA will prioritize applications for those run by women, veterans, or socially and economically disadvantaged individuals. What does the last one mean? I have no idea. That might be you. So socially, economically disadvantaged individuals sounds like a big catch-all. You know that how SBA does things. There's always a catch-all in the last one. That sounds like the big catch-all. That's third stimulus. You now see how to get that money and how quickly it will be gone. But second stimulus is available right now. And this is the Business Grants Show. And there's Ira. Thank you for keeping us informed. You know, one thing I want to talk about before I go to second stimulus is sort of the myriad of confusion of where is that grant that the president said is in the third stimulus package to start a business. I still don't see it. I still don't see it. The president says it's in there. I still don't see it. Maybe it's there. If you see it, tell me where you see it. If you're a member of this channel, I don't see where it is. All right, second stimulus. You can get money as a business right now from second stimulus. First, you can get a PPP. PPP, you reach out to the online lenders like Fundera, Cabbage. The things I like about a PPP: no credit score, no collateralization, and it's dummy proof. They help you fill out the application. You don't do it right, they help you fix it. If you're missing a document, they fix everything for you. They tell you how it turns from a loan to a grant. Also love that it's a grant. The second one I like is SBA.gov's EIDL loan. Why do I like it? One, it's really fast. While it is a loan and requires a credit score of 570, Experian, Vantage 3.0 or higher, I like it because, one, it pays out really fast. Viewers, if you are, today's Sunday, if you apply today, and you can go apply today, you can get approved tomorrow and fund it the next day. It's literally that fast. Number two, the reason I like it is because it's a safety blanket. It's a no-string situation for the first 12 months. Within 12 months of receiving the money, you can just leave it in the bank and look at it. And then after 11 months say, hey, you know what? We're out of the pandemic. I don't need it anymore. You can return it to SBA within 12 months for free with no interest, no principal, and no early repayment penalty. Is it $10,200 loan tax forgiveness for unemployment for 2020? It is. I'll have more about that at the top of afternoons, Lalate, at 2 o'clock. It is. And then someone else asked a really good question, which I just missed. Not about business grants, but it was a really good question. So there you go. Second stimulus, you can get money right now for an EIDL at sba.gov. It's a loan, but it's a safety blanket. You can get the money very quickly, or you can get a grant. Thank you, Jerry, for the massive dancing bear. Or you can get a grant from your PPP lender. It can be your local bank or your credit union or a online provider like Fundera Cabbage. Do not ply with someone on Instagram. There are Instagram scams for people who claim they're PPP lenders. They're not. Don't fall for that one. I assume you know not to do that. And then third stimulus. You need to see why this third stimulus is such a time-specific package. For when the EIDL goes live, you have to pounce. When the restaurant grant goes live, you have to pounce. You cannot blink, because if you blink, it is gone. It is first come, first serve. And that even though it's open for 14 days, it can run out of money and will still stay live, but be out of money. Alice, thank you for the super chat. People with other questions like utility assistance rent, join me for Purple at 3:30. People who have questions about SSI and SSDI, that's coming up right now at the top of the hour. People have questions about the third stimulus check across the board. That's coming up right now at the top of the hour. And then SSI has that standalone show at 12:30 in 30 minutes from now as well. Really incredible, great news. I'll also have updates for you about fourth stimulus in 5 minutes from now across the country. Stay here. See you next at the top of the hour as the news continues on Noontime Lalate.